Good evening. I'm here to discuss my plans for improving student achievement in our county. These measures are a direct result of the discussion that took place during our working retreat in early June. I've given each of you a packet with the PowerPoint slides, however I'll project the slides to better facilitate any additional discussion. Based on last year's test results, 80% of the elementary schools in our county met or exceeded academic growth for their students. I've already had discussions with the principals from these 3 elementary schools that did not make growth about ways to improve this year. Our secondary schools, however, are a different story. Only 1 middle school made expected growth, while the other 4 fell short of the mark. Half of our high schools met expected growth. With that being said, my emphasis for this year's strategic plan is to focus activities that will improve student achievement for all grades, but I believe it'll have its greatest effect on our secondary schools. As we move forward, an additional factor that must be addressed to see improvements in student achievement is related to the changing diversity of our county. Over the past 5 years, there has been a steady increase in our immigrant population. The group is primarily composed of Latinos, but there has also been a recent spike in families from Southeast Asia and the Middle East. The influx of English language learners has placed a significant strain on our English as a Second Language, or ESL, program. The diversity of our county is increasing, and we must institute instructional strategies to help all students achieve. The challenge, therefore, is twofold. Increase achievement for all students in all subjects, yet remain cognizant of the increased challenge that a significant number of our students have because they are not native language speakers. I intend to address these issues in 3 ways. First is to utilize vocabulary programs. Second is a focus on increasing student responsibility. And third is a greater emphasis on cultural sensitivity. The first point I'll discuss is the use of vocabulary programs. Vocabulary programs provide means to combine curriculum areas. Using Hattie's effect size model, vocabulary programs have an effect size of 0.67, which represents a better than average effect on student achievement. In case you don't remember the reference, in 2009, Dr. John Hattie conducted an analysis of an extensive number of factors that have been proposed to influence student achievement, and he correlated these in what was called an effect size. The average effect size value of everything he analyzed was 0.4, so he considered this value to be an indication of approximately 1 year's academic growth. So I'm trying to focus on instructional strategies that have an effect size of at least 0.4. Historically, most teachers would not see an intuitive connection between language arts and mathematics. Research, however, has indicated that literacy skills can help build mathematics vocabulary, understanding, and has been shown to help students better understand mathematics principles. In this way, literacy skills can be linked to mathematics. In addition, to help with mathematics, incorporating literacy strategies will also help with English language arts, other content courses, and ESL programs. According to Sandy Carlosini, our ESL program coordinator, understanding the more complex academic language associated with middle and high school courses can be very difficult for our English language learners and tends to play a significant role in their ability to exit the ESL program. The difficulty with academic language is more prevalent with older students that have recently entered the U.S., yet are expected to master vocabulary that many native English speakers find difficult. My second focus is the need to increase student responsibility for their learning. Any number of programs will be ineffective if students do not make learning a priority. I'm patterning this idea off the gradual release of responsibility framework proposed by Fisher and Frey in 2014. In this model, initial responsibility for learning lies with the teacher. Through a series of different instructional strategies, the responsibility for learning falls more on the student. This pedagogical shift increases student ownership and results in a greater buy-in by the students and increased retention. According to Ms. Carlosini, 2 portions of the model, guided instruction and collaborative learning, are especially helpful for English language learners. In Hattie's effect size model, the movement toward an increase in student responsibility is termed self-report grades. The effect size for implementing this type of option is 1.44. This effect size is considered extremely significant and can be extrapolated out to potentially 2 years of academic growth. Considering the growing number of English language learners in our county, it's imperative that instructional leaders recognize how culture can impact instruction. My final focus to improve student achievement is by promoting an increase in cultural awareness through instruction. Culturally sensitive instruction is not only pedagogically good for all students, but also helps build the teacher-student relationships within a classroom. When students feel that a teacher has an interest in them as individuals, they are more likely to increase their effort to learn. The effect size from such interactions permeates a school is 0.72, which again is over 1 year of growth. By building teacher-student relationships, there is an improvement in classroom behavior and learning. According to Hattie's research, classroom behavior has an effect size of 0.8. Again, also a significant difference. In summary, the emphasis of my strategic plan for instruction is on increasing student growth, yet being cognizant of our increasing cultural diversity. This will be accomplished by fostering vocabulary programs, increasing student responsibility in their learning, and becoming more aware of the diversity of cultures in our county. Teachers and administrators will receive extensive professional development training to facilitate these initiatives. Through this series of focus points, I'm confident that we should have an overall increase in student academic growth at the end of this school year. The final slide of the PowerPoint is a list of references in case you'd like more information regarding the pieces of this plan. Thank you for your attention. Are there any questions?